Let's go back to our coverage of the State of the Nation address. President Cyril Ramaphosa will deliver it tonight in Cape Town, and Soweto has been experiencing serious electricity issues. What plan of action does the President have to address this issue? We are joined by Trevor Ngwane from the Soweto Electricity Crisis Committee to give us an insight on what residents' expectations are from the SONA. Trevor, thank you very much for speaking to us here on All Angles. Now, firstly, we know that Soweto has been, in a long fight with Eskom, really, and it seems like it's not really going away, although there was some debt that was scrapped. I assume Soweto residents would like to hear if the President has been able to speak to Eskom to scrap the debt completely.
Okay, I can't hear you clearly. Maybe I will switch off my video.
No, please keep your video on. We need to see you. We are a media that deals with images, so we do need to see you as you speak to me. I'll try to repeat the question. Soweto has been in a long fight with Eskom, and one of the things that residents have asked for in the last couple of years is the scrapping of the debt, or at least allowing the residents to pay it bit by bit. Some of the debt was scrapped, according to Eskom, late last year or early this year. What are you expecting the President to say in terms of that debt that that Soweto actually owes Eskom?
Yeah, the President must deal with what I call energy racism, whereby the black working class, the poor, people in rural areas, people in the townships, shack settlements, are bearing the brunt of the electricity crisis in South Africa. For example, we are having excessive load shedding, load reduction. And when it comes to the debt, of course, the President must scrap the debt. Everyone is entitled to electricity.
Now, do you think it's fair, for instance, I can give you an example of what's happening right now in the city of Tshwane. There are some businesses, big businesses actually, some of them state-owned enterprises, that the city is actually switching off because it owes so many billions, to the city, and in turn the city ends up owing Eskom part of that debt. So a lot of people would say, why do Soweto residents don't want to pay electricity? Why must they be exempt from paying for services that we all pay for?
I don't speak for Soweto, I speak for all working class areas in South Africa. For example, I'm here in Nyanyatu, in the Natal Midlands Battlefield region, Majuba district, and people are suffering from electricity, load shedding, and also from lack of water. People are pushing, wheelbarrows, picking up water. So it's not a question of Sowetans don't pay or Sowetans are complaining. The whole working class in South Africa in the rural areas are suffering. So I think that the President must prioritize the needs of ordinary people, not just Sowetans.
All right, let's leave Soweto alone then. In the city of Tshwane, what do you make of the fact that, this particular metro has taken it upon itself to actually go to big businesses, malls, I'm talking even your Denel, state-owned enterprises, etc., that, they're switching off their electricity unless those people are able to pay. I mean, some of these businesses are owing millions to the municipality, and in turn the municipality can't pay Eskom, and if Eskom is not paid, it's unable to actually carry out some of the maintenance work that it needs to do.
Yes, we defend the poorest of the poor. We defend, the black working class masses who are suffering in South Africa. Big business who can afford to pay and are not paying, they should pay. Denel is a state-owned enterprise. It should pay. So I don't have a problem with that.
All right, so Trevor, just very quickly, what are you hoping the President says then about electricity that should be going to the poor? We in South Africa, we actually have a lot of people who end up, connecting illegally, which also poses a threat to their lives and the lives of their children. So what are you hoping the President says? That he's been talking about unbundling for quite some time, but we haven't seen that materialize. So what are you hoping he says, particularly about the electricity crisis in the country?
Unbundling is not a solution. It is privatization. It is commercialization. It is financialization. Everyone has a right to electricity. The President must talk about renewable energy. We want a green ESCOM. We want safe, clean, affordable green energy for all. And we must stop penalizing black working class areas, rural areas, township settlements with load shedding and load reduction. People must pay what they can afford. And my last point is South Africans are in a crisis. The poor are in a crisis. They deserve a basic income grant of at least 5,000 per person so that people can participate in the economy and be able to take care of their needs and the needs of their children and their families. That is what President Ramaphosa must say today.
All right. Thank you for your time here on All Angles. Trevor Ngwane from the Soweto Electricity Crisis Committee.